Markets are hitting record highs again, but there's a storm brewing beneath the surface. Today, we'll break down the biggest stock market moves, the AI-driven surges, and the risks that could snap this rally in half. Stay tuned, and I'll show you what to watch before you place your next trade. Let's start with the big picture. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq recently notched fresh all-time highs, powered largely by renewed optimism around AI investments. Meanwhile, the Dow has been more mixed, weighed down by some underperforming industrials. What's fueling the rally? Two big catalysts, AI and chip stocks, are surging. We'll dive into one in a moment. The market is pricing in aggressive Fed rate cuts in coming months. That said, we're in a high-risk environment. A government shutdown is ongoing, making some data points, like the jobs report, delayed or missing. Here are the biggest news stories right now, shaking markets. 1. AMD's partnership with AMD announced a major deal to supply GPUs to OpenAI, triggering a stock surge of over 20%. As part of the partnership, OpenAI may receive warrants for AMD shares, giving it potential upside if milestones are met. This news boosted the entire semiconductor and AI sector. 2. Third acquires Comerica. In a major consolidation move, Third Bancorp will merge with Comerica in a $10.9 billion whole-stock deal, creating a stronger regional banking entity. The merger reflects a broader trend of smaller banks merging to stay competitive in the face of fintech and regulatory pressures. 3. CEO shakeup at Verizon and Telecom, drag. Verizon hired former PayPal CEO Daniel Schulman as new CEO, but the stock dropped approximately 5% on the news, dragging telecom peers down. The telecom sector underperformance contributed to the broader index divergence. 4. Caution from the top. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon warned that the AI-fueled boom could see a drawdown ahead, drawing parallels to the dot-com bubble. With valuations stretched in tech, this is a red flag many investors are now watching. Let's zoom in on AMD, arguably the poster child of this AI rally. The deal with OpenAI isn't just hype. It signals major infrastructure expansion by both parties. But can AMD sustain gains? Some analysts warn that margins could compress if GPU demand slows or competition heats up. Also worth watching, semiconductors and AI support stocks like memory chip makers, cloud infrastructure, and data center hardware. Many of them are riding AMD's upside. On the banking side, the consolidation in regional banks Third plus Comerica signals that smaller banks might struggle alone. Bigger scale may be key moving forward. Before you charge in, here are some red flags. Valuation risk. Many tech AI names are trading at lofty multiples. If growth stalls, it could lead to sharp corrections. Inflation, Fed policy. If inflation surprises on the upside, the Fed might delay or pull back rate cuts, hurting risk assets. Data blackout. The government shutdown has delayed key reports like non-farm payrolls, CPI, and federal spending, making the backdrop market breadth and leadership rotation. Gains are heavily concentrated in a few names. If the leadership shifts, the overall indices might falter. What to watch in the coming weeks? Relief or extension in the government shutdown, quarterly earnings reports from major tech banking players, inflation prints, or surprise macro data. Forward guidance from chip and AI infrastructure firms. Whether consumer spending remains resilient under potential rate pressures. So what's the bottom line? The rally is real and has momentum, fueled by AI optimism and Fed easing expectations. But risks are high: overvaluation, policy surprises, and lack of transparency in data could derail momentum quickly. If you trade or invest here, consider hedging or allocating only a portion to high-growth names. Prefer names with strong fundamentals in tech, AI infrastructure, and financial firms with scale. Stay tuned. Upcoming earnings and macro data will likely set the tone. That's your wrap on the current state of the stock market. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Drop a comment. What stock or sector are you watching right now? Let me know, and see you in the next video.